to see you all. It's a very big step onto the stage. I was a little bit scared that I'd fall flat, but luckily I made it. So I'm one of those people who becomes quite addicted to watching Facebook videos. And there's this guy called Jay Shetty who is like a life coach. And I saw that he's now offering life coaching courses. And I was like, I think I could do that, but I suspect I'd fuck some people up. Because the kind of advice I would give is, oh, you're worried about them judging you? Just judge them first. It's fine. Oh, you're worried about that? Mate, you don't need to be worried. We're all going to die anyways. It's fine. But my favourite thought was about people writing wills, mostly because I haven't myself yet. And I was thinking, don't write a will. You know how families love to play Monopoly? Well, it'll be like that when you've passed on. That'll be fun. I happen to live in a unit that faces a heap of other balconies. So I like to get drunk on my balcony and watch my neighbours like a fucking creep. And at one point I was like, that's a porn unit, I can say it. So I invited my friends over and we're like, oh, that's a bit weird. There's this dude who's like really old and he likes to sit in front of his computer with his shirt on. I'm like, please put it back on. And then one time he cheers me and I was like, please don't do that, mate. And then another time, because they have like leased apartments, like temporary stays, there was just this one dude who stood there like this. Completely fucking naked. No thanks. I love animals. You're gonna work that out quickly. I have a dog and a parrot. The dog's name is Fozzie Bear. The parrot's name is Elmo. If you know anything about the Muppets, there's a theme. If you don't, fuck you, you're young. I have considered, because I have a 9-to-5 job, what would happen if, I don't know, somebody tried to rob my unit when I'm not home. And the more I reflected on it, I realised I know exactly what would happen. The dog would try to protect everything. He'd probably die in the attempt. And my parrot would be like, hey. To give you some context, I got the dog 3 years ago. I've had the parrot for 17 years. So he's a little bit of a cunt. And he would just be like, hey, yeah, you can take whatever the fuck you want. I don't care. But you need to take that fucking dog too. I don't want it. He hates the dog. And the dog just thinks he's a flying plaything. Context. I also really dislike how Australians have a thing against dogs. I used to go to this bolo around the corner from where I live, and I'd take him with me. Usually I'd carry him, but he's pretty good off lead, unless he thinks there's another dog involved, then he'll run through traffic like the highway. And I'd go to this place and be like, you can't come here. We serve food. And I'm like, he's not in the fucking kitchen cooking it, is he? Like, what's your issue? And there's no way he'd ever get close to the kitchen. Context also, he's a hypoallergenic dog. So then I was like, do you just hate dogs? And they're like, you can't come here anymore. So I learnt the hard way. If you go on Google and bitch about a venue several times, you get a lifetime ban. This bitch, yeah. I do love animals though. I think they're beautiful. I think everyone should have a pet because it grounds us. And I would love to tell you guys about the fact that I am still super retardedly